What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, what's going on with the Dillian Whyte situation? I've left it long enough. I need updates, people. Please, in the comments below, if you know more than I know, which is possible, please let me know in the comments below what's going on with this situation. Maybe there is no situation. Maybe it's a non-situation, and maybe I'm just talking absolute crap, because the situation is, there was a situation, there was a hearing, it was able to fight, done, right? That's it, right? Maybe I'm just going on and on and on for nothing. But we know there was an issue. There was an issue with the A sample, and now supposedly we're waiting on the B sample. Let's be honest, they all probably know the situation with the B sample as well. And maybe what's supposed to happen is people like myself and other people that talk about PEDS and boxing quite a lot are maybe just supposed to shut up and go away, right? Shut up and go away. And hopefully, just like in life, people move on like we always seem to do. And no one ever talks about this story in the next 3 to 4 months. Dillian Whyte comes back, end of the year, maybe 2020, and it's all forgotten. That could happen. That could easily happen. I don't want it to happen, not because I'm anti-Dillian Whyte, which I'm certainly not. Remember, I did a video saying I'm on the Dillian Whyte hype train just before this, but because I want to know what was in his body and how it got in there. That's it. That's all I want to know. I don't know if that equates to him getting a ban, if that equates to him getting a slap on the wrist. I just want that answer. I don't know if that answer equates to him getting, I don't know, a second ban, which could equate to a long time out the ring. I doubt it, right? Because the hearing was with UKAD and the British Boxing Board of Control, and they allowed him to fight. So I doubt that he's going to get a ban. But I just think, just for my own peace of mind, and for boxing fans, supporters of Dillian Whyte, I think we do want to know what that situation was and how it can get ironed out. I think UKAD are a bit of a joke, if I'm honest with you. I feel like the way in which they've handled this situation from the get-go has just been embarrassing and messy. I can't think of any other word apart from messy. It almost looks like, and again, this is from the outside looking in, there's people that know a lot more about this than I do, but from my minute knowledge of information, it almost looks like they've been bullied, right? They clearly found something in the A sample which warranted a hearing, and it's almost like they've been bullied by the British Boxing Board of Control and maybe others behind them in allowing Dillian Whyte to fight. That's what it looks like to me, right? They found something, they weren't happy about it, had a hearing, got bullied in the hearing, and the fight happened. Have you ever been on UKAD's website? You should. It's a very interesting website. I first went on their website, I think about three and a half years ago, when this issue about Tyson Fury failing the drug test popped up. And the reason I went on their website is because UKAD released the details of people that have failed drug tests. Go on it, check it out. Or they used to. And this is the interesting part. So you go on the UKAD's website and they release the names of someone that's failed, their sport, what they popped for, when the hearing date was, how long the ban is, etc., etc. You get a lot of information. You even sometimes get things like, I don't know how to describe it, like court information. So this person versus UKAD, etc. You get all that information, which is quite interesting, which is why I say you should go on it. UKAD, and they've been doing this for ages, and I think a lot of people have only noticed now, so it's not because of the Dillian Whyte situation. UKAD, especially when it comes to boxers and some footballers, don't give the name of the person. They do it with every other sport. Go and check it out. I'm not bullshitting it. Go and check it out. They do it with athletics. They release the name. They do it with drivers. They do it with every other sport, put it that way. Apart from footballers, some footballers, but not the high-profile ones, and definitely not boxers. I would say of all the boxing PED stuff on UKAD's website, I would say about 90 to 95% of them have their names removed, and it says redacted. So instead of their name, it says redacted. I know for a fact, and this is factual, that a number of footballers have failed drug tests, but you would never know. And the reason you never know is because UKAD are not obligated to release those details, right? If you're a high-profile footballer, you can have your name redacted, right? So yeah, you get a ban, It will say what for, but it won't say a name. It won't say a club. It will just say something like FA or something along those lines. And it's funny because watching football now, it is a bit strange how you get a player, and this is even in the Premier League, so high-profile leagues, who is randomly just injured, and for some reason is injured for like 4 or 5 months, and you don't know why, but the manager will come out and say something like back injury. And you're like, what? So go and check your club, and you'll probably find out who has been taking things they shouldn't be taken because they're somehow injured for no apparent reason, but it's a long injury. It's not like at Oxlade-Chamberlain where we all saw the injury, right? It's nothing like that. It's just a random injury. Well, boxing's a bit easier to get away with. And the reason it's easier to get away with is because obviously footballers play every week, so questions will be asked. Boxers obviously fight once or twice a year, all right? So if you don't see boxer A in the ring for 6 months, you're none the wiser. You're not even thinking anything because, well, he doesn't fight until, I don't know, every 6 months anyway. So what we have with boxing is that you get a lot of boxers that are getting banned, right? That are getting banned for 6 months to a year, but you don't have a clue because A, their name's fucking redacted, and B, they're out of the ring for a year anyway. Now, you could make an argument and say, well, why should UKAD release this information? Why should they? Well, they kind of should because I want to support a boxer that I know is clean, which is kind of rare in this sport, right? But I think you have a right as a fan to know that you're cheering on for someone that is doing it the right way. And I feel like with them hiding the boxers' names, I just find it, I don't know, again, bit of a bullshit move. It's a bit of a bullshit move because there are a number of boxers out there, they're getting popped, right? Jarrell Miller, for example, that are being crucified. And I'm happy they're being crucified. But at the same time, there are a number of boxers over here in this holier than holy land of the UK that are getting popped by UKAD and the names aren't being released. And we as fans aren't even knowing they're being popped because, again, they're being suspended or banned for 6 months to a year, which, again, is almost a normal time for them to be out of the ring. So we wouldn't have a clue. Peace.